I was sitting by the campfire when I heard it, a scream in the woods, calling my name. But it wasn't human. It was something else, something ancient and hungry. Welcome to Friday 13, where every nightmare is real, and this one's mine. I'm Daniel, and this happened to me on October 13th, 2019, in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Stay with me, because what I heard in those woods, it's still out there, waiting for someone new to venture too far. It was October 12th, 2019. I was 27, on a weekend camping trip with my friends, Jake and Sarah, near the shores of Lake Superior. We'd been planning it for months, a chance to unplug, to escape the noise of the city and reconnect with nature. The Upper Peninsula was perfect, remote, rugged, and steeped in legends. The locals had warned us about the Wendigo, a creature from Native American folklore, said to stalk the forests, preying on those who wandered too far. We laughed it off, urban legends, campfire tales. But as we set up camp that first night, I couldn't shake the feeling that we weren't alone. We built a fire, roasted marshmallows, told ghost stories, typical camping stuff. But as the night deepened, the forest grew unnervingly quiet. No crickets, no owls, just the crackle of the fire and the rustle of leaves. I told myself it was normal, but my gut screamed otherwise. Around midnight, Jake and Sarah turned in, leaving me alone by the fire. That's when I heard it, a scream, high-pitched and guttural, echoing through the trees. It sounded like my name. Daniel. My heart skipped. I told myself it was an animal, maybe a fox or a coyote, but my hands shook as I gripped my flashlight, shining it into the dark. The beam caught nothing but shadows. The scream came again, louder, closer, like it was just beyond the fire's light. It was my name, clear as day. Daniel, come here. My blood ran cold. I shouted, "Who's there?" No answer. Just the wind rustling the leaves. I told myself it was Jake or Sarah playing a prank, but they were asleep in their tents. I checked. Both sipped tight, their breathing steady. I was alone, or so I thought. That's when I heard it. Footsteps crunching through the underbrush, circling the camp. My heart pounded. I spun around, flashlight trembling. Nothing. But the footsteps, they were getting closer, heavier, like something was stalking me. Have you ever felt like you weren't alone, even when you knew you were? That's when I saw it, a pair of glowing eyes, peering from the dark, fixed on me. They were too high off the ground, too wide apart to be an animal. My breath caught. I backed away, but the eyes followed, unblinking. Then, a whisper, soft, insistent. "Daniel, come closer." My hands shook as I fumbled for my phone, trying to record it. But the screen froze, the battery draining in seconds. The eyes vanished, and the forest fell silent once more. The next morning, I told Jake and Sarah what I'd heard, what I'd seen. They laughed it off, said I'd had too much to drink. But I knew I wasn't imagining it. I spent the day searching the woods, looking for tracks, signs, anything to explain what I'd experienced. That's when I found it, a footprint, clawed and massive, pressed deep into the mud. It was too big to be a bear, too human-like to be an animal. My stomach dropped. I took photos, measured it. 18 inches long, with deep gouges where its claws had dug in. I'd never seen anything like it. I went to the local ranger station, showed them the photos. The ranger, an older man with weathered skin, went pale. "Wendigo," he muttered, his voice low. "You're lucky to be alive." He told me the legends, how the Wendigo was a spirit of hunger, a cannibalistic entity that stalked the forests, luring victims with their own voices. I laughed nervously, but his eyes were dead serious. "Don't go back," he warned. "It's marked you." Marked me. Marked me. What did that mean? I didn't know, but I felt it. A prickle at the back of my neck, like something was watching me. I couldn't let it go. I had to know what was out there. I hiked deeper into the woods, following a trail of strange markings. Claw marks on trees, broken branches, a faint smell of decay. The forest was unnaturally quiet, like it was holding its breath. Then I heard it, a low growl, rumbling through the trees. My heart raced. I turned, and there it was. A figure, tall and gaunt, its skin stretched tight over its bones, its eyes glowing with a sickly light. It was the Wendigo. I froze, my breath catching. It stared at me, its mouth opening in a silent scream. I ran, didn't look back, branches tearing at my skin. The growl followed, closer, faster. I could feel its breath on my neck, its claws reaching for me. Have you ever felt true terror? The kind that freezes your blood. That's when I saw it. A cave hidden among the trees. I dove inside, praying it wouldn't follow. The growls stopped, and the forest fell silent. I waited, heart pounding, until dawn. When I emerged, the woods were empty. But I knew, still out there, waiting. If you've ever heard something unexplainable in the woods, drop it in the comments. I'll read every one. I stayed in that cave all night, too scared to move, too scared to breathe too loud. The air was thick with the smell of pine and decay, and every snap of a twig outside sent a jolt of fear through me. I kept replaying it in my head, those eyes, that growl, the way it said my name. I told myself it was over, that I'd imagined it. But then, just before dawn, I heard it. One last whisper right outside the cave. Daniel, you can't hide. My blood froze. I gripped a rock, ready to fight, but nothing came. The sun rose, and the whispers stopped. I stumbled out, half expecting it to be waiting. It wasn't. But the forest felt alive, watching me. I left the Upper Peninsula that day, drove straight home, didn't stop until I was miles away. Jake and Sarah thought I was crazy, but I showed them the photos. The footprint, the claw marks. They stopped laughing then. I've never gone back, but the whispers, they follow me. I hear them in my dreams, in the silence. Daniel, come back. This was real. October 13th, 2019, Michigan's Upper Peninsula. I've got the photos, the journal, the scars. If you don't believe me, check the comments. I'll share what I can. So, next time you're in the woods, ask yourself, what's really calling your name? That's my story. Every detail real. Every fear still with me. If this terrified you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your own true horror story in the comments, or join our Discord server. Link in the bio. We'll feature the scariest ones in our next video, and yours might be next. This is Friday 13, signing off. But remember, the shadows are always listening.